lawyer as well as a social worker, and Ahmedabad Diocese I am the Secretary of Women's Desk. Sister Nedveen has asked me to talk to you about the fundamental rights of women which are guaranteed in our Constitution, and I will be talking to you about our fundamental rights. Part 3 of our Constitution speaks about fundamental rights. And I will be dealing mostly with Article 14 and Article 21. Article 14 talks about equality before law and equal protection of law. And Article 21 speaks about right to life and liberty. So I will be talking about this thing. Every person, certain rights are known as a fundamental rights which every citizen of India possesses as a human being. They are known as a natural rights. Fundamental rights, natural rights, human rights, all these are available to us because we are human beings. Everyone is given these rights. You can look at the poster of Mother Mary, and I have put her qualities here. The quality speaks about that even in the Bible, all were given the equal rights. Jesus Christ gave us equal rights, and in that equal rights we have, like when the woman caught in adultery, Jesus asked, if those persons who have not sinned, stone at her. These days we have the readings that Jesus respected the human beings and not the law. So the Constitution of India, which is the holy book for each one of us, gives us fundamental rights. These fundamental rights are in part 3 of our Constitution. The right to live with human dignity and freedom is a God-given gift to every person. This realization of people all over the world led to the Universal Declaration of Human Rights, UDHR, on December 10, 1948 by the United Nations. The Constitution of India enacted in 1950 based on the above rights, in which the basic of our legal rights in India, it guarantees every citizen the right to life, right to personal liberty, right to equality, right to freedom of speech, assembly, movement, residence, occupation, religion, right against illegal conviction and exploitation, as well as we have got constitutional remedies. After the independence, successive governments have enacted many laws to affirm our rights. Enjoyment of legal rights is necessary for the development of human personality. There are also specific laws to protect and promote the rights of the weaker section, in which we belong to, like women. The majority of our people are ignorant of the laws and their legal rights, so they are exploited by the powerful in society. It is the sacred duty of every individual to know the laws of the country and to observe them, so that everyone can enjoy rights and justice in every aspect of life. As I said, that the fundamental rights can be classified in 6 ways. The first, like right to equality of Article 14 and 18, right to freedom, Article 19 and 22, right against exploitation, Article 23 and 24, right to freedom of religion, Article 25 and 28, right to culture and education, Article 29 and 30, right to constitutional remedies. When our fundamental rights are violated, we can go to the courts of law. So, Article 32, under Article 32, you can file a writ petition in the Supreme Court, and under Article 226, you can file a writ petition in the High Courts of your state. Right to equality. Mostly I have been talking about 2 rights, that is right to equality and right to life. Why right to equality? It is important that we have seen even in our society, we are not treated equally. And as I said, every individual must be aware of the rights guaranteed to her or him by the Constitution of India. Right to equality. The state should not deny to any person equality before law or equal protection of law within the territory of India. This expresses equality of status and equal justice to all citizens. Equality before law implies absence of any special privileges by persons of birth, religion, or place of birth, and also the equal subjections of all individuals, the classes to the ordinary law of the land. In other words, it means that among equals the law should be equal and should be equally administered. All should be treated alike. When I say this, that all should be treated alike, that there should not be differences between rich and poor, men and women. Anyone who commits a crime which is against the law, they should be treated with, they are given the punishment of the law which our country has. And we have seen in past time, even the leaders who were governing us, if they have committed a crime which has gone against the law, they were punished. So the law does not see any rich or poor, or does not treat us according to our caste, religion, or place of birth, but law is equal to all. Another article I am talking about is the Article 21, which says, no person shall be deprived of his life or personal liberty except according to the procedure established by law. Human life is most precious and guaranteed, greatest gift of God to every person and society. It is the responsibility of every person, family, community, and government to preserve it and develop it to its fullest. If human lives are destroyed, society will be destroyed. When I say right to life, dear friends, I want to say that in one of the case which the Supreme Court had decided in Menka Gandhi, AIR 1978, Supreme Court 587, in that very clearly the Supreme Court said, right to life is not merely the right to physical existence, but it includes the right to live with human dignity and all that goes along with it, namely the basic necessities of life, such as adequate nutrition, clothing, shelter, and facilities for reading, writing, expressing ourselves in diverse forms, freely moving and mixing and communicating with fellow human beings. So when I say right to life means everything as I have explained. Right to good food, right to shelter, right to education. Article 21 gives us bunch of rights. Right to privacy, right to free legal aid, right to good health. And these rights are given to us by our constitution. We all of us have these rights. As I said, that once we are aware of our rights, we can live as a human beings. And in the beginning, I said, ignorance of law is not an excuse. So all of us must know the law of our land, and we help other person also to live with human dignity. That is given by the God. Tomorrow we are celebrating the feast of Mother Mary, the birthday of Mother Mary. I wish everyone a very happy feast, and let us ask Mary, our Mother, to bless us so that we all live as a children of God. Thank you.